It's I'm back with you. My name's Matt. You're your host with the least today. I am going to introduce now a man who needs no introduction, which is a bit of a... Is that an oxymoron?
It is a bit.
Yeah. I'm a moron, and he's a man who needs no introduction, who I'm going to introduce. So, Ben Tish. So, I mean, we were saying, I think I met Ben back in 2013. You've got
a really good memory.
Yes, I remember food. That's all. I don't remember none of my children. Forgotten my mother. You know. You started a number of worked with legendary chefs. Started some legendary restaurants. I mean, Salt Yard and Ember Yard were both yours.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's always sort of what's tied it together. Maybe it's been this passion for Mediterranean. So the particular food of the Mediterranean.
Absolutely. Mediterranean. I mean, I guess I've spent most of my kind of career going to the Mediterranean for whether it's holidays, kind of research, whatever it is, wine trips, supplier trips, all that kind of thing. And completely fallen in love with it. And I think, whether it's Italy or, obviously Spain a bit with Salt Yard, but I think, the actual Mediterranean as a whole is just a fascinating place in terms of how the food culture is, and the way people eat and, the way they cook. And that's what it's all about, olive oil.
And just the quality of the ingredients, and the simplicity, but the quality.
Ingredients, simplicity, staunch kind of, seasonality, because, that's just part of the culture, not because it's cool. That kind of thing. And I think, now everybody's into the Mediterranean diet. But, it's a common sense diet, isn't it?
Yes.
And, I love it. And I think moreover than the actual food, it's the culture. It's about how people eat, and it's kind of, they take time to eat and sit down, glass of wine, and relax and, put food at the forefront of it, and I think it's fascinating, and I always get excited going to any Mediterranean country, even though I've been going for years. So,
and I guess it's sort of, some of it is about the produce. It's about sort of a lot of family, a lot of kind of taking the time. But I suppose also if it happens to be bloody lovely weather and you're sitting by like a crystal blue ocean, I mean that does help. It
always helps, and hopefully we can imagine that when we're cooking these beautifully fresh sardines today, that you would probably have them cooked on a lot, on the beach or kind of near, coastal basically. But I think so the dish that I'm doing today is a very simple dish, and it's kind of a kind of an espeta really, but it's sardine skewers. And if you pick anybody that's been to kind of southern Italy or Spain, sardines are a hugely popular thing particularly in the summer months. Sardines have a bit of a season, and summer is the best time for them. You get the biggest, plumpest, firmest fresh sardines, and they're beautiful. In the UK, they're not as popular. They're seen as a bit of a kind of a byproduct, or not eaten so much. But they're incredibly tasty. They're incredibly healthy.
Yeah. You've got all the omega-6s and stuff in there.
Yeah, all that, they are, and they're really, really good value, they're still really good value, and that reflects the popularity of them. But we love them, and what they're really good for is cooking over fire.
Because of that oil, so
the
you
natural
get
oil, the natural
crispiness
oil,
in the skin.
Crispiness in the skin, and, and they just work well, so it kind of needs kind of very little. So, what I love in this dish is kind of inspired by Sicily, really. And the flavours of Sicily. Sicily is probably my favourite place in the Mediterranean. I wrote a book called Sicilia, which kind of obviously explores that. And having spent quite a lot of time in Sicily, and I think it's the cultures and the different mix of flavours from years of being kind of invaded, and and it's got all this kind of Arabic influence and all this kind of thing. And I love that. But anyway, this dish is inspired by that. You go there, and literally you go to the markets, you go to the coast, and everybody's grilling sardines out on the street, and that's the first hit you get, and you realise you're there in the Mediterranean, and I absolutely love it. Really find it really passionate.
So like some fish. I mean, what I offer, because I'm not an expert. So what I do is I ask questions from experts. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to do. So I think some fish, if you go to the seaside, catch a fish. Yeah. You want to let it kind of. You don't eat it straight away, do you? I mean, like, do you let it sit for a little while?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's easier to handle. It's easier. Right. Yeah, it's easier to handle. Yeah. I mean, I think with sardines, they're kind of, you want to give them. I think we're talking like 12 hours, something like that, before you kind of get into it, and it just gives it time to kind of I just kind of relax a bit, really. Do you know what I mean?
Rigor mortise.
Exactly that. And then they're just much easier to handle and cook and so on and so forth. Yeah, it can be too fresh.
Too
you know
fresh,
what I mean?
yeah. So,
you kind of, you just can't manage it. So.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So what are you going to? So what are you going to do these with then? So.
Okay, so sardines, Mike. There's some vinegar in the back. Would you mind grabbing it for me? I think that's that bottle. It's like white wine vinegar, perhaps. So what I'm going to do is going to really simply grill the sardines. They're on skewers, so I'm going to grill them on this monolith. Is it?
Yeah. So in fact, I can. Funnily enough, I can tell you about this.
Yeah, sure. I thought you might be able to.
This is. I mean, many of you would have sort of come across Kamado style grills. So it's a ceramic grill. They're amazingly well insulated. But these ones, these are the kind of the market leader in Germany. I mean, they're, as you might expect from a German machine. It's amazingly well engineered and does lots and lots of things. But one thing about ceramic grills, they're really well insulated and they're really well controlled. The air's really really easy to control because they seal properly. So the great thing about this is you can get it up to a temperature, kind of adjust the air to keep a really consistent temperature, and then you can sort of shut the air and virtually put it out like a gas cooker. They are remarkable things. Obviously, these guys are this is a paid partnership. But they're over, so if you want to go and have a look at these, and this little guy here, I don't know why he's hiding now. He should be out here. But this is called a skewer. This is a little a perilla. So they've got the guys over in the Quayside Hall are called Black Box Barbecue, and they've got these guys over there, and they've got these guys over there. So what Ben is going to do, what happens with the skewers here, Ben? You sort of rest them on the...
I mean, I think that does have like a skewer attachment kind of rotisserie thing, but all I'm going to do is, so I've got the coals in here, it's super hot, I mean, and then I'm going to rest the skewers over here, so there's going to be no contact on anything. It's just going to sit on the skewers, and the sardines are super quick to cook as well. I mean, we're talking like 3 or 4 minutes for these, maximum. You want to keep them a little bit pink inside. Residual heat will just kind of finish them through. But I'm just going to rest the skewers on here. In a couple of minutes, I'll get to that.
That's really quite hot. There.
That's really quite hot.
You're going to be all right on the. So you're quite away from the. From the
I'm going to
there.
basically the skewers are going to rest on the top there. So that's kind of what you want really.
Okay.
And that's and you should get a nice crisp skin as well. I think so. So just starting, I've just got a few lemons here, which I'm going to grill. Just really like grilled lemons, just get that kind of juices caramelised, and I think that'll be one bit that we go, that'll go on the side. And then for the dressing, I've got some vinegar, white wine vinegar. Yep. I'm just going to infuse that with some saffron threads.
Okay.
And let's pop that in there. And I just want to kind of bring that
you're just heating the vinegar with saffron in it?
Just, at the minute. And then we're going to finish that with honey.
Okay.
And then we're going to do, we've got this, so we've got some orange blossom honey, and then I've got this ingredient here, it's garum. So it's like, I suppose it's the nearest thing to is like fish sauce, but it's fermented anchovy sauce.
Right. Can I have a smell?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very funky. Yeah,
oh, wow,
So
I love anchovies.
Yeah, so it's kind of, you can make it. It's kind of the anchovy heads and guts, and then you basically boil it up and leave it and let it ferment. But it's a really nice kind of umami kind of thing, as you can imagine. Yeah.
It's called.
That's a variety. That's the Italian kind of variety.
Colatura di Alici.
Yeah.
I think my Italian is very, very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
The brand there is called.
We had great difficulty getting that, didn't we, Mike? But fish sauce is a very good alternative. So, right.
Anyone else want to smell me fish sauce? Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But
okay, so
I'm a weird guy. No, it's not. But it's got that because it's got that sort of fermented.
Yeah. So I'm just going to get these over. So I've skewered these, 2 skewers. These are kind of the flat skewers, so they just kind of give it a bit more kind of support, yeah? Pop these over here.
So I was sort of expecting it. You'd sort of go closer to the fire and have that immediate sizzle, but you're not.
No.
Right.
I just wanted to kind of get it up, and then it's a little bit gentler.
Okay, but because of the oil, and it will sort of will it sort of start
Yeah, I think I think so. Yeah, and the skin will start to kind of blister a little bit, and all the rest of it. Yeah.
So when you eat these, so are you do you eat the bones? You chew it all up? Or do you
I mean, look, everybody's kind of got their own thing really, but no, I would just kind of rip the, I definitely think you need to cook them on the bone because you get all the kind of the extra flavour and the juiciness, but I would just kind of, they're very easy. Once they're cooked, they're very easy to kind of take off the meat from the bone, really. Just kind of a little knife to take it off, so, yeah.
So Richard Turner, we both know Richard Turner, don't we?
We do, yeah.
So Richard Turner, so he's a like prawn wise, he's a fan of eating the shells on the prawns.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on that, but yeah. I mean, you can, those little Myla prawns, you eat the whole thing, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And in the Med, they do all sorts of funny things in the Med. Like sucking the prawn head. That's the thing, isn't it? You have the grilled prawns, and then you suck the head out. Essentially the brains and all the things, and that's or spread it on toast.
That kind
of thing.
And it's very nice, actually.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of going already. So pop that there like that.
And so you're gonna so literally sardines dressed.
Yeah, so the sardines will come off. So we'll get this dressing. The dressing will be hot. We've got the honey in there as well. We'll add the garum at the last minute, so it packs a punch. Sardines will come off. We take them off the skewer, dressing over it, and your lemon to squeeze over, and that's it. That's a dish. You might have some bread with it. You might have some bread with it, or if you want it like that, or you'd have it as part of another bit that you're going to do. But I think I just wanted to kind of, for me, this is kind of like
it sums it all up.
It sums it all up. It sums it all up. It's a sunshine kind of dish.
Is there any questions? Anyone got a sardine question?
Anybody like sardines?
Yeah. Okay, that's good. You're in the right place.
Not as popular as some, but they are, they're a fantastic thing. Like I say, healthy, reasonable. We should be eating more of them.
Absolutely.
There's lots of them. We should be eating more of them.
Abundant, and they're not a threatened.
Yeah, exactly.
Fish, so you can get loads of them.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that. That's.
Yeah. So you see, they're kind of like, and they look quite cool when you cook them.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Mike, you're gonna. Just check those lemons for me, please. Thank you.
Anyone got a favourite sort of Mediterranean dish, or and somewhere you've been that's had something great to eat in the big land of Mediterranean? No, absolutely not.
Octopus and potato. Nothing. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah. Octopus alla galega. Yeah. That's what it's. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. Love it.
Yeah,
love
fantastic.
It. Yeah.
Look at these guys. They are.
Yeah.
They're really blistering up there, aren't
they? Yeah.
So I mean,
so just a little bit of olive oil, loads of sea salt, and that's kind of it. And they're going to be that, like mackerel. You want them juicy. You almost want them slightly undercooked.
So would I be right in thinking that this recipe would be in your?
Well, no, it wouldn't be. No, it wouldn't be. No, unfortunately, no. But
this is an exclusive, people. Exclusive.
I just have to do this quickly. So this is my latest book, Mediterra. We're sneaking this in. She's not really allowed. But it was only out 6 weeks ago. It doesn't have this recipe in, but it has lots of other recipes in based on Mediterranean. The clues in the name. But what is this book is. It's kind of pan-Mediterranean. What I wanted to do, people's perception of the Mediterranean is, Spain, Italy. It can be limited. I think there's something like 58 countries on the Mediterranean basin. And there's a lot of countries that you perhaps don't realise, or immediately think of, like Croatia and, Slovenia. And they all touch the Mediterranean. They all have the same climate. Mediterranean has cool, hot summers, cool winters, obviously the sea. And it all affects and brings it all together. And I wanted to kind of showcase that in the book.
And there'll be, I guess, sort of similar produce because the
similar
different
produce,
ways of treating it.
Exactly
different
that.
Cultures.
Mike, we've got another one. Just going to pull those off and just set them on there. For now, thank you.
So Ben, where I know you're with Cubic House now. Where can? Oh, fish down.
One fish down. Don't worry, there's plenty.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't. And we don't let dogs in. 5 second rule.
I
think the fishes are gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where can people find you cooking?
Yeah, so Cubit House is a group of 8 food-led kind of gastro pubs, all in London, all in central London. And we took that over about 3 years ago. It's a new executive team, and yeah, they're all different. It's a family of pubs as opposed to a chain, and we have pubs in everywhere from Marble Arch, Mayfair, Belgravia, thank you, Mike. They're all kind of like west or central, and they're all different. They've all got their own amazing head chefs, and the food style ranges from British kind of chop house, one in Mayfair, and we have one in Marylebone, which are kind of very kind of like British chop house feel, booze, proper boozers on the ground floor, and then a dining room on the first floor. And then we have one called the Orange and one called the Princess Royal, which is in Notting Hill. And the vibe there is very much Mediterranean, because of the low. We felt that was right, and wood-fired ovens and that kind of thing. So yes, they're boozers, but you get a kind of a very much a Mediterranean experience on the food.
And are you still on the tools yourself? Then can we actually find you?
Not really. No? Not really. No. I'll be honest. There isn't time. There isn't time. I mean, and it is more about kind of mentoring and more about direction, and I've got a great team who, I've got each site has each pub has their own team, and then I have another team that looks after that, and but I do get involved with every menu. So every menu that changes, I'll do a tasting, help with that, add my input.
And I mean, do you miss it? I mean, when we first met, Salt Yard back in Fitzrovia, and I mean, you were in a hot small kitchen, and
I do miss it, but with my books, I kind of, I do get to cook, and I cook a lot at home, and all my recipe testing for my books gets done at home, and things like this, and so there is still kind of cooking. I think the books help because I get to kind of create, but at work, no. I mean, it's also as well, I go in the kitchen, I get in everyone's way now. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, when you get to a certain,
you've got to be kind of on it and in it.
A certain age, it's kind of like, it's time to step back. And we had a stall here, thing here yesterday. We did it as the Orange.
I had some,
and it was really good. But I just kind of like step back and let the guys, do it because but it was good. It was good. Yeah. No, I love cooking, but I think working in a professional kitchen, it's a lot.
It's hard.
It's
right?
a lot. It's a lot. And it's more of a younger man's game or younger ladies' game.
A young person's game.
Young person's game. Very good.
But I mean, so was Salt Yard your first?
Yeah, so Salt Yard was first what I was kind of involved in from a business perspective.
I mean, it's not from a sort of chef owner. I mean, it's not just the kitchen time, is it? I mean, obviously it's menu, it's the cooking, but it's the business. You're also running a little business.
It's the business side of it.
7 days.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of things, and it's hospitality is as we all know, it's kind of it's tougher than it's been for a while. You've got to be. You've really got to kind of every day. You've got to be on it and pushing it. So but I still love it.
Still,
don't we, Mike?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mike looks like he's really. You're loving it, Mike. Yeah.
Mike's loving it.
Mike's loving doing all the work there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so lemons just kind of nicely caramelising up there. Vinegar's looking
What happens
good.
to a lemon? Do you get a different flavour from your lemon when you caramelise it?
Yeah, it just sweetens it up.
Yeah.
I think it sweetens it.
Sugars.
Sugar, natural sugars, and I just think it's a nice. It's a nice.
And
touch.
it looks nice as well. I mean, it makes it a nice visual.
Yeah.
And so really, the purpose of the you're just heating that vinegar to let the saffron infuse into it.
Yeah, I mean, you can see already. It's kind of there, and you get the flavour. You need to add a good pinch. It's not just about the colour. I think the saffron. Saffron's a big flavour in Sicily.
Yeah.
And so it's not cheap.
No.
But in Sicily it is. And they say, it's kind of it's used in abundance. So you want this kind of agrodolce, so a sweet and sour, which will kind of offset the sardines. I mean, sardines are quite rich.
Yeah.
They're whilst they're very healthy, they're quite rich. So they do need. I think they need some kind of balancey sharpness, sweetness thing, and this will do it.
And the oil to sort of cut through, so sharpness of the vinegar.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry again.
Yeah. So, so we're kind of not,
not far off.
Not far off at all. Just gonna use.
So what we've got some the guys at the back here. Well, when you're ready.
Yeah. So we're going to need some boards.
Yeah.
I'm going to get all the sardines onto here first. Get them all dressed up and everything, and then we'll put them on boards, and then people can. Yeah. These are great.
So have you guys have eaten already? I assume. Yeah. Good. Anyway,
Mike,
who's got a favourite dish today they want to tell me about?
Mackerel.
Mackerel was good.
You get some
Sardine
pictures.
mackerel. They're great. Genevieve's great. I haven't tried that yet. I'm going to.
Genevieve's dish, by the way, is the best dish I've tried here. It's fantastic.
Oh, big.
100%.
Well done,
Jen. If you've had enough pork and that's the one.
So I mean, what I love is having fish and other. I mean, listen, I love prime steak as much as the next guy. I mean, I'll be quite honest with you, but. Meatopia is sort of all about fish is meat, right? I mean, it's got meat on it. It's not a vegetable, is it? So,
no, it's protein.
So I just love having the kind of variety, but it's
so they're actually better than mine, Mike. So there you go. That's how they should be. Mike's done them, but they're kind of Yeah,
they are looking great.
Yeah, they're looking great. Yeah, really good. So we'll just put them on here, and I think we'll probably bring that over to there, and then I'm going to dress it, make a bit of a mess, I think.
Nice. We like a bit of delicious mess.
Yeah, just move that out of the way. I think we've got plenty there, Mike, actually. They can be. Mike, if you wouldn't mind pulling the lemons off for me, please. And then just put this over here. Is that going to fit on there? Is it? No.
I think it does. Just don't move it.
You're in charge, yeah? Right.
Head sardine holder.
Okay, sorry, I just want to get a picture of that, so it does look pretty cool. So,
it does look pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, right. So, dressing over it, and I find kind of what's better really to make sure you get it is a brush, actually. So, thanks, Mike. Just move that out of the way.
So you're a fan of, like, people sometimes make herb brushes, wouldn't they? Are you a herb brush fan?
Yeah, yes, I am actually. I mean, Sanderford, who you're talking about, was very much into his brushes. So we had a rosemary brush yesterday for our pork, which was magnificent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the pork was, but I can tell you it was magnificent.
Yeah. But the brushing and it's lovely. Yeah. It's a nice thing. So just a bit of seasoning, bit of olive oil into the dressing, and then the garum. Yeah. So
I'm gonna get a little,
there we go.
Little pick of that as well. Look at those.
So this is basically your.
Yeah. So little crispy bits of skin there.
Yeah, and this is just really a case of. Add your ingredient and taste it. I mean, it's this is kind of about how much you want, how much you like that kind of hit of that flavour. It's divisive, it's one that you like it, fish sauce, that kind of thing. But
could I get a little spot of that just on the?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of obviously it's salty.
Yeah.
Kind of a bit marmitey and sort of.
Yeah. Yeasty kind of umami, isn't it? It's kind of it's pure kind of umami.
Yeah, and then it's sort of at the end you get kind of fishiness.
Yeah.
You hit with the salt first. It's really good.
And another thing, being kind of slightly nostalgic, but the saffron and the yellow and the sardines, that for me is very Mediterranean. Do you know what I mean? When you put the yellowish kind of dressing on there.
Well, it's sort of some of this it's eating with your eyes, isn't it? So I mean,
it's eating with your eyes.
It's the colour. It's obviously it's the flavour. I think it does affect in your mind the way you taste things. I think the visuals, it all contributes.
Yeah, yeah. And so, what's good is to put this on when it's hot as well. It'll just kind of
draw it in
a little bit,
yeah,
rather than wait it. That's what happens. So, okay. They're all kind of glistening. That's quite a nice thing. All right. So I think we'd get our boards going. Mike, do you want to just give me a hand on getting one of them and trying to basically get them on the boards?
It's sardine o'clock, guys.
It is sardine o'clock. Yeah. So are we going to cut these through, or should we just put them out like that? I mean, there's probably a sardine. I mean,
what do you? I mean, like so boat like. Whatever chef, whatever you think.
Okay, right, yeah. I mean, I think there's probably a sardine each.
Yeah.
I'd say. Do we think, Mike?
I reckon.
I think there's a sardine.
And so,
each.
what will people do? What's the best way to? So,
okay,
are they going to pull the bones out?
Yeah.
So
what? Well, it's very personal, but I think get a lemon, squeeze it on it, and then I would pull the sardine meat off the bones. You're going to get a couple of little. If you've had sardines, there's a couple of bit bones in there. If you're in the Mediterranean, you kind of don't mind that. But yeah, just pull a chunk off, or use a little spoon and pull a chunk of meat off.
Just put it away. So
it'll
just come away from that, and then
you probably need a couple
with a
more
bone
of
in the
these,
middle.
Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's as simple as that.
So we're going to give you guys little trays, I think, because you're going to need to do a bit of work on these. It's not.
It's not straightforward.
It's not stick it straight in your mouth. This is like kind of.
But as with everything, these, it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's about the process.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna probably need to test one of these, Ben.
Absolutely, you are more than welcome.
Need to make sure that people are getting the right level of food.
Yeah, the right standard.
Absolutely,
yeah, I mean quality. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No. Yeah. Great. Okay, all right. We're good, I think.
I've got one plate, sir.
Okay, just a bit more on there. There we go. Lovely. Okay, that's one.
Could I
let me
take one off the so I can
Yes. We can start.
We can talk about it as we're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, yeah. No, I want your
Lovely.
There you go. Tell me your
So
thoughts.
go at this.
Huh? Yes, yeah. Please, thanks, mate. Perfect. Good.
That's great.
Yeah?
I love it. Yeah. It's quite hard to do and hold a mic.
Yes.
But I'm just gonna go in with the fingers now. I'm just gonna pull. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going straight in.
Yeah.
Au natural. That's great.
You like that, yeah?
Crispness of the skin. You've got a bit of smoke in there. You've got the citrus coming through.
Yeah.
It comes away from the bone really easy. Look, that's just.
Yeah. That's it.
That's there. Perfect.
That's it. Yeah. Good.
Guys, so we're taking stuff out. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we're yeah. Sardine lovers. Yeah.
Where are these sardines actually from, Ben?
They're Cornish.
They're Cornish.
Yeah. They're Cornish.
Because they are plump little guys, aren't they?
Yeah. No, they're good. And like I say, it really is a good time for.
It's sardine season now.
It is. Yeah.
That really is good. I mean, I didn't expect it wouldn't be, obviously, but. Yeah.
Very good.
So look, that's just come straight away there. So that's
there you go.
A little bit in the middle there.
I mean, minimal bones, right?
Minimal
really,
bones,
if you do it like, Yeah.
That really is good.
Yeah.
And do you buy direct? Do you go?
Well, yeah. So supplier. No, we go through a supplier, but we do have. We're just starting to work with a company called Flying Fish, who it's a bit more kind of direct, and it's how it's they supply us, but they are also the fish. They're also the fishermen, so it kind of arrives overnight. So it's quite a logistic challenge, but the stuff you get is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
And all mainly British shores.
Yeah. Very much so. We're quite strict on that. Certainly.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, no, it's
I
good.
like that. I mean, I think you want to.
Yeah, we've got some amazing stuff.
We've got some amazing stuff. I
Well,
mean, if you need octopus, you're probably not going to get that from Cornwall. But it's like there is a sort of lovely stuff you get.
Yeah. And I think having somebody you can work with who really work, as a partner almost, and they kind of let you know what and say no, you can't be using that, or because you can get anything you want, So you can't be using that, or planning the whole menu based around what you can get throughout the year. And plan turbot in September or whatever.
I love that. I love local as possible. I love seasonal, so you're not flying in. Kenyan green beans in the winter. Right. Look, that's. I mean, I think we're ahead of time. But how is that?
All good, guys.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. You feeling
Great.
Mediterranean? Can you feel the sunshine and the mare and the
Yeah.
Lovely. That really is a good bit of fish.
All right, good stuff.
Well, I mean, look. So
Thank you very much.
Tish. So you can. So Cubic House.
Cubic House. Yeah, they're all. Have a look on the website. Come and the pubs, and that's available in all the usual places.
Available in all good bookshops.
Yeah.
And the fish. So do the fish supply? Do they go to the? Are they just business B2B? Your fish supply, or can people use them for?
People can. I think flying fish.
They're very selective.
Are
yeah.
They? Right.
So they don't do no.
Well, so
okay,
if you want, so sardines, I'd say you'd go to your good fishmonger.
It's got to be. I think it's got to be a fishmonger.
And the season is now.
Now is a great
Sardine
time until kind of mid to end of September, depending on where it is. But that's the time. So.
Nice plump little fishies.
Yeah.
From sort of June to September or something.
Yeah, exactly that.
Right. Well, look, Mike, Ben, thank you very much.
Pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you all guys for coming. We'll be back again in just under half an hour with Evan Leroy, I think. Is that right?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.